Before I get started, I thank everybody for being here today. It's pretty awesome to see all these great faces, and each and every one of you bring awesome memories to my mind. And most of them are like exemplary memories, great things that we've accomplished as one big team in essence. That's what it's all about, teamwork. And Lynn was one of the better persons that I've met in the industry. Quickly became a 28% closer in outdoor world, selling air, if you will. I hope Peter Onnet's not here to hear that one.
Last thing, you forgot fresh air.
Yeah.
Don't forget fresh air.
But what a team we put together at Timothy, and we set the pace for the whole outdoor world system. And as I grew with that company, my first year as vice president there, I think we did over $90 million in net sales as an accomplishment. That was throughout the system. Thank you, Dave Hager. You made a nice talk about myself, but I have to say that that man down there, it's a true story. I was always taught to be the first person, if you're the big shot on the project, to be there first and leave last. So I come in that morning, and it was a Saturday morning, and it was probably maybe 7:45, 20 to 8, something of that nature. And so I hear this noise in the office, and I walk back there, and there's this short guy, heavy set, and he's rumbling through all the contracts, and he's looking, and whatever he was doing. And so I went up and I said, sir, can I help you? What are you doing here? I mean, this is our business office. And he turned around and he looked at me, he said, call Peter, he knows who I am. And when he told me Dave Hager, I had heard the name but didn't know him. And Dave Hager and I were able to put together a career that probably second to none in the industry, if I could say that. Not only in outdoor world, as I stepped up into different positions, but also the Manhattan Club in New York City. All I can say, it was a wonderful thing there, and God, it was just a tremendous place to be. I was there like probably 13 years, and as a project director, and so many of my friends that are here today worked for me, and it was a wonderful career. Dave, I thank you for everything you've done for me and for my family. So I thank you very much. I have a couple of friends of mine here that go all the way back to my high school days, back to my teammates. Is Davey Lamb still here? Hi, Davey Lamb was a senior when I was a junior, when I finally made the varsity basketball team. And we called him Pongo, because he was the only white guy that could jump way over the rim. The rest of us, yeah, I got away with that, right? But we called him Pongo, and he's here today all the way from Connecticut, upstate New York, right? So there, Dave, wave to him and say hi. You can. And back in the corner, there's another friend of mine, a lifelong friend. First met him playing VP, Vacation Playground Baseball. He was part of PS44, if I'm not mistaken. And we were PS19, and this Mr. Healy back there. And to this day, we're still lifelong friends. He went on to be a great engineer, I guess, for the big AT&T Corporation. And I found a great job in timeshares and sales and so on and so forth. But Jack is here today, and I know he wanted to say a few words, so come on up here, Jack Healy.
What a nice man. I'm so glad he made it.
On the basketball floor in high school, he was my enforcer. Anybody gave me a hard time, Mr. Healy, yeah, he was the guy that would clean the house up for those guys. And not only that, this young man here could hit a baseball a country mile. I mean, he was one great hitter on our baseball team and beyond. So, Jack Healy.
Bob continues to sell.
Yes.
So right here, okay. All the nice words I heard about Bob. I was sitting back there with my friend Ruth, And I said, who the hell are they talking about? It's that big Bob from Annandale. You know? Well, we've been lifelong friends. That is a fact. And Bob's been a good guy. He sold me his skis because he needed another outfit. He needed another set of skis. At that time, they used to use poles, you know, boots, what have you. And he got me to ski, and we started skiing at ranch lanes, and then we went on from there. And I enjoyed that an awful lot. It was a lot of fun. But me and Bob go back. We still get
Beautiful
together.
resemblance of the children. I mean, I'm going crazy. Like, definitely when they say in the hospital they exchange, bullshit.
Our group in high school,
Sorry, I say
we
like,
have a monthly luncheon. We gave up the every 5-year reunion and went to a once
Get
a
up
month.
off her.
We get together at a local restaurant on Staten Island, and you show up, you know. And Bobby's there quite often, and a lot of our friends. We draw 15, 20 people, and I know Bobby has a memory. That's one thing I have to tell you. He has a memory. Do you remember we were out there in wherever, the count was 3-2, and I was in second place, and you sit there and say the details, where the hell? But he has them, he has memories, and they're quite accurate. So, well, it's a pleasure. I come out here to the Poconos every now and then with Bobby. For what reason? See basketball. Local East Stroudsburg, 2 years ago now, but they had some nice teams there. And so we go and appreciate the kids. And Bobby was always attempting to recruit freshman talent for Wagner College. And they had some good players out here, but I don't know, the coaching staff back there didn't seem to want to bite on it. I don't know why. But he was trying, and I'm sure he still is. So it's been a pleasure. Bobby and I go back a long way, and we're only 80. He's older than me, folks. I'm kidding. All right, with that, thank you. He's a great guy. Great guy.
Anybody else like Lee Morgan? Is Lee Morgan here? Yes, he is. Lee, come on over here. This is Lee Morgan. This is a police officer that we met in New York City at the Manhattan Club. And quite the guy. And we had to reform him into a sales position rather than being a cop giving out tickets and that and the other thing. But he did an immense job working for us. Very popular. Here he is, Mr. Lee Morgan.
I just found out it was Bob's birthday, so I didn't plan on this. I retired from the police department June 21st, 1999, and I started at the Manhattan Club June 22nd, 1999. So it's almost 20 years. I was just thinking as everybody was talking, what's the difference between a boss and a mentor? Well, Bob has been both, but still continues years later to be a mentor. I hear that word all over this place, and it's true. 20 years, I just got the pinochle analogy, but thank you for that. If you know Bob, there's always a story. I don't know if Bob and I really got along in the beginning, but because he was telling the guy who knew everything, not Robbie, you know, how to do this sales thing. But you know, as Bob and I became close, I gotta tell you, it's changed my life in so many ways. The streets were tough, and the Manhattan Club was tougher. But all I want to say is, I'm always blown away whenever I'm near Bob. He's come in to be with me as a mentor. When my mom passed, you know, I looked up, there he was. Apparently, in 20 years, we're all going to be back here at his funeral. That's what I'm getting. We got Alex. He's not even Russian, Alex. He just gets like that when he's drinking. But He's Irish. I forgive you too. So, just a couple real quick things. So, for the young people, and just let me, again, I didn't plan on this, but I got to tell you, for the young people who don't understand what a mentor is, and I didn't understand what it was. Don't wait 20 years when you have that mentor in your life. Get that information, absorb it, take it in. Sales to me now, I mean, I've learned, I've worked every neighborhood, I've worked organized crime, I was at 9/11, I did everything in my career, and I gotta tell you, that was nothing in comparison to the life lessons that I've learned under Bob. So, take it to heart. This business, it's not what it used to be, but life is, you know, and as I walked away from timeshare, I just want Bob to know that you've affected me in every way of my life, everyone around me, I think everyone here, what a testament to your skills. I never got it, you know, I never got the stuff he was telling me. It took me a long time to understand it, to implement it. And I see all his grandkids, most of which I remember when they were born. They don't remember me, but yeah, I was that guy going, hi. Take it in now. Don't wait 20 years. It's a lot of life lessons here, and I'm just very proud and honored and blessed to have a mentor like Bob. So thank you.
I just want to, before I let you go, you're going to go next. But I just want to tell a story about Lee Morgan. So we do a lot of training, you know, in our job capacities and so on and so forth. And so Lee was working one night, it's a Sunday night, we got a big meeting. I got Scott Lager, who's the Chief Executive Officer of Manhattan Club. And here we are, you know, and going back and forth, oh, this person's not doing well, but this person's doing good. How can we get this person to teach that person to make more money for all of us? And Lee comes in to the office and he says, Bob, can I see you for a minute? I said, sure, Lee. Myself and Scott and the group that we were talking about how to make more money and so on and so forth. So I'm walking out of the office and I go back on the table with Lee. So I said, what do you have here, Lee? Now you guys are going to really appreciate this. I've been in the business table around the room, right? He said, well, I got a deal here. The guy like a stumble bum. He had like dungarees and he had 2 different colored sneakers. It was really something else. And I said, well, what's the deal, Lee? And I always taught my people to say the deal in front of them. You know, this is what I have. It was $1 down on a $49,000 deal. And my boss is sitting in my office wanting to know what we can do to get better. He said, but it's a good deal. I'm going to tell you this deal is a good deal. You always told me, you know, don't say no to a deal. You write the deal. I said, I got Scott Lager in the back room. How I go in there and say, $29,000 deal for $1 down. Right? Well, I did take the deal, and I strung myself out. I had to go back and explain, you know, and I said, if it doesn't come in tomorrow, Scott, you can let me go, you know, because that's how strong I felt about it. And sure than heck, that guy, wow. He's here, actually. But the guy came through, and that was a $49,000 sale. So sometimes they come in and they pay you on a credit card, put all 4 deals on a credit card. But this one here was hard, but the guy was good. It was an awesome thing. So thank you, Lee, for coming to work for us, and we did have a good time.